Hello, and welcome to a new character, because obviously my last man died. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Langbar. Got some new shit going on now.
Once a nomadic people, the Tauren roamed the endless plains of the Barrens, hunting the mighty Kodo. Scattered across the land, the wandering tribes were united only by their common hatred for their sworn enemy, the marauding Centaur. Seeking aid against the Centaur, the great chieftain Cairn Bloodhoof befriended the savage Orcs who had recently journeyed to Kalimdor. With the Orcs' help, Cairn and his tribe were able to drive back the Centaur and claim the grasslands of Mulgore for their own. Upon the windswept mesa of Thunder Bluff, Cairn built a refuge for his people. Over time, the scattered tribes united under a single banner. Though the noble Tauren are peaceful in nature, the rites of the Great Hunt are venerated as the heart of their spiritual culture. As a tribesman of Mulgore, you must test your skills in the wild and prove yourself in the Great Hunt.
Okay. So, oh god, I forgot. I'm gonna have to. Oh, there's so much UI stuff to do. I totally forgot. I should have loaded the character first and done all this. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Is there presets I can copy from this? Will this be right? Yes. Yes. Good. Good. Gotta unlock these frames. Put them down here. I forgot how much stuff there is to do.
What brings you here? Be
careful. Okay, holy. So, I should also. Ooh.
Ancestors watch over.
So why Druid? Last time, obviously, I had the a little bit bugged, whatever. Yeah, so last time I did the Orc Shaman, because that was the first ever character that I did. And I was really enjoying it, and I sort of wanted to just start that again and do it again. But I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna do that quite yet, right? I might start trying to stream this more as well and spend a bit more time on some of these, and if I spend more time doing it, then I'll think about, you know, oh, that's something I need to change as well. You're gonna get, if you watch me starting a load of these characters, you're gonna get very used to my maybe that's not easy frames, is it? Heat plates. It's already got the level number in there, so that should be fine. Where is it? Over there. So yeah, I wanted something sort of first and most importantly, I wanted to do something that was in a different starting area. So obviously not an orc or a troll. So as undead or Tauren. Right, I'm not missing anyone. I think there's only. Yeah, I'm not missing anyone in Classic. So, since that was the first goal, oh god, I need to unlock the chat window as well. Yeah, since that was the first goal, make my chat window big as fuck, because I kind of have started to like that for some reason. It was either Tauren or Undead. And as you saw on that start screen, I already had an Undead sort of up and ready to go. But because I wanted to do Shaman, I thought about doing Tauren. And then I liked the idea of going to Barons, because I do think Barons is quite fun, quite a cool, very old school zone. So I considered that, and then I thought, I don't want to do Shaman again this soon. But I could do Druid, which is another interesting class, a class that I didn't do a huge amount in actual vanilla, but that a lot of my friends liked. And I thought I could do something similar, do something a bit interesting. But now we get to the question, right? Because do I want to go balance or feral? Part of me wants to go resto. Like, I know it's like by far the worst for leveling, so I'm not going to do it in hardcore, especially since I'm probably not going to do, at least early on, not going to do any grouping or anything. I'm going to stick to not doing that on hardcore characters. Like, I don't want to trust randoms on hardcore characters, even if they are other randoms doing hardcore, right? Like, I think 2 rafts and then hits is about right. So yeah, since I'm probably going to go solo, I'm probably going to avoid going resto, at least for now, even though I might eventually, you know, I might eventually go resto, like, later on if I want to do some group stuff. And if I do one solo, I might go resto just... Because if I'm not doing it on hardcore, I think I'll accept the harder leveling just to be able to, like, heal dungeons and stuff. I think when I did on Kronos, on my old YouTube, Kronos is the private server I used to play on, I did a Shaman. That was my main character on there. And I think with him I leveled resto as well for the same reason. I was like, I'm okay taking the sort of extra challenge of leveling in order to get, you know what else I should do? Just gonna quickly do this. Take off all of the things. Ready? So only people are close enough. And it turns out like everyone's playing orcs. Okay. I want to try and get into the classic WoW hardcore guild again. I remembered to put a HC in my name this time. The name is because I remember my friend had a night elf who I played with, and he had a night elf druid called Moon Willow. And so then when it came time for me to start my druid, who was a Tauren, I called him Willow Moon, and so that has like always been the name of my Tauren druids. But I just don't think it's a great name. So you know, I saw I was trying to think of a way to sort of keep that but sort of change it. I tried Willow HC, but that was taken. Nice name, it's quite simple. And so I went with Millum. I just flipped the W's upside down.
How may I aid you?
Nice.
Farewell. Greetings.
Taurens were always one of my favorites in Classic WoW. I really like their area. Like, the sort of constant orange of Durotar just isn't as pretty. Like, I kind of like questing in Durotar. telling the guild that I'm back for round 2. Do I have a, I think I have a class quest, right? Yeah, here we go.
May the eternal sun shine upon.
Do I have anything that I can buy? Mark of the Wild. That's armor, so I feel like these sort of buffs are always right to get. I want a spell book. Let's throw this on Q for now. So there we go. These. Anyway, because I never end up using food until I'm like much higher. Until I'm already using like the second tier of food. What I need to do, travel to see a grey tooth that is in the hill directly south. And mountain cougars. Okay, so I think I do those two together basically, right? As far as I remember. I'm still sort of trying to follow the classic WoW Live guide a little bit, but I'm gonna be less sort of stuck to that. Yeah, it's just so like it's so tranquil out here. It's really nice. I always liked it aesthetically. I always thought the Taurens were cool, just these big bullmen. They were just dope, and they had the sort of cool, like rustic, sort of slightly Native American vibe sort of going on. I always thought orcs looked dumb until very recently in retail WoW, where they allowed you to not have your heads like straight forward like the Taurens do. I always thought orcs looked dumb. So I never really liked playing orcs. Like, my first character was an orc shaman, just because I liked orc shamans in Warcraft 3 so much. But since, like, after that character, I very rarely played orcs for that reason. I didn't used to like trolls. Like, I had nothing against them, like I did against orcs. I just didn't think they were that cool. Until, so I was originally Alliance, right? I was originally Alliance. But then when I was invited back to play in Wrath of the Lich King after I'd stopped playing, I joined a new server with some friends. I faction and... I forgot to cast this on me. I faction and everything server changed my character to play with them. And my character was a gnome mage. And I literally, at that time, I was sort of past caring about aesthetics and exploring the world and stuff. I was there just to get to max level in raid. And so I literally just was like, what's the best mage? And my friend was like, undead for PvP, troll for PvE, because you get the haste buff. So I was like, right, I'm a troll then. Right, I'd like never played a troll before, but I was like, right, now I'm a troll.
I need more mana.
And that sort of made me like trolls a little bit. That sort of made me like trolls, but before then I'd never played one. So when I was Horde, god damn it, when I was Horde, it was 100% either Tauren or Undead. Pretty much. I think that's one of the reasons why I actually like... I think that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy playing orcs and trolls now. Is not because like I particularly enjoy them, but because I just don't have as much experience with their starter zone. Right? And so since I've come back through private servers and through Classic WoW, it's been a nice experience to do something that I didn't do as much. What did I play Alliance? I played a ton of humans on Alliance. I think the equivalent with Alliance is Night Elves, because I always liked dwarves and gnomes. They were sort of my main. I always played a load of humans because I'm the sort of person that a lot of people hate, that the Baldur's Gate devs were crying about on Twitter. I'm the sort of person who, if you say, here, make a character in this awesome fantasy world, the first thing I do is just make a generic looking guy. I'm just like, that's me. That's what I look like, that's me, right? Like, just a normal guy with a short beard and bad hair. And that's me. I'm like, there we go. So I played a lot of humans. Night Elves were the ones I definitely played the least, but I had friends who liked Night Elves a lot. And so because of that, I played quite a bit of Night Elves just playing with them. And then weirdly when even though I didn't like Night Elves that much, when Burning Crusade came out, I played a ton of Blood Elves. Like, I used to play just everything Blood Elves, and I think I liked their starter area. I always liked Blood Elves in Warcraft 3 again, like, that bias coming in strong. But also, I just, like... Paladin, of course, was a big one, because that was my favourite class back in the day. So, that helped, to be fair. Yeah, I really got into them and then never liked Draenei at all. I always thought Draenei were dumb. So yeah, I have a huge amount of experience playing Taurens. I just think they're the coolest. I really like Mulgore. Also, going from the Durotar to Barons, like, you spend so long before you see anything that isn't just orange, right? Like, it's a little bit sad. Whereas Durotar, you at least get the green fields before you then go to orange. I always liked Dun Mordor as well, and I think it's because it's like the only snowy place until you get to like Winter Spring or something. Like, so it feels super unique. Yeah, so anyway, we sort of got to go back to this question, right? Like, it doesn't hugely matter yet, obviously, because I need to get to level 10 before it matters. But what spec am I going to go? One of the reasons I never liked Druid as a kid, right, was always, I sort of felt it weird that, like, the whole point of the game to me was, like, you know, exploring the world and then getting gear and loot, right? Like, they were the two most important things, the world and the loot. And so, I was like, what? But you get, like, all this cool gear. You get all this really cool gear. And then, like, you got no one to show it off to. Right? Because you're in bear form the whole time, or cat form. No one can see it. But nowadays, like, I do feel like that is sort of the main thing about Tauren. So it seems right to be like to do that, like, or about Druid, sorry, not Tauren. And so I sort of feel like, well, you know, seeing as that's sort of the thing about this class, I should probably do that. Maybe I'll have a quick look at, like, what the sort of rotations are for balanced late game or whatever, and see if that sort of looks cool. Like, I've definitely back in the past, I always played balance because of that. Well, I always leveled balance because I then played
Well met.
I would have played Resto.
Goodbye.
Battle Boars and Bristlebelts, everything now, right? Like,
farewell.
Level 3, so nothing else to get quite yet. Oh, I should sell stuff before just running in again. Yeah, I'm just gonna zoom way further on. Like, this is the problem with balance, though. Like, I zoomed like right up to the highest level rotation for doing stuff, and it's just Wrath or Starfire, Moonfire, Insect Swarm, and then Wrath or Starfire. Like, that's it. That's actually it. Let's go to like 30, like halfway. It's just the same but without Insect Storm, right? So that isn't exactly the most interesting thing ever. Whereas if you're playing Cat form, you're basically playing Rogue. Which, like, is cool and you get to do more stuff, but, like, am I actually here for that? Like, I'm here to play Druid, not to play Rogue, right? Like,
Well,
part of me thinks you know, part of me thinks if I wanted to play Rogue, I'd go play Rogue. Like, I could start an Undead Rogue, right, or something. Like,
be careful.
I could do that. I'm not only going to play Horde, by the way. I've just started Horde because, you know, I feel like it. It's kind of weird as well because I was always an Alliance guy throughout throughout vanilla. So it sort of makes sense to come back to try Horde, but then like I've come back so much since then and always been Horde, so it's kind of weird that I do that. Well, not always been Horde. I normally do a good mix of both. The first character I actually came back to when I first got a private server was a Night Elf Hunter, because I was like, I never did the Night Elf area enough, especially not the higher level Night Elf areas, and I never did Hunter that much, and Hunter is so different because you have ammo and pet happiness and all this sort of stuff. Like I feel like it's the most unique of the classes. Oh, here we go. I do always feel bad though that we get this just big monolith just randomly, and then orc shamans get to go to like a hidden one up in the hills. Like they get a little adventure. You know what, I'm kind of weirdly feeling like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna check restoration. Yeah, so leveling guy, if you do restoration, you basically do the same as you would if you'd gone balance. It looks, but just without Moonfire, because you just don't get that. Or is it Moonfire? No, without Starfire. So, considering that, maybe I should go...
I need to get closer.
Damn it. I want to kill at least get about half of it before I go. Actually, no, I probably want to get all of it before I go in. Because I'm thinking, like, you know, fight my way in sort of thing, but I can just, I can just TP out, right? Bonk. I need to sit here and just farm boars for a while. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go Feral. Oh, but I want to go Resto so I won't have like Starfire. I feel like what I'll probably do is, again, like I don't really know yet, but what I'll probably do is go Resto on I've just totally lost my thought train recently, like happens, it's fine. So much stuff to think about in this game. I'm gonna move chat further away so that it distracts me then. Even though it will mean that I'll keep up with everything less. Look at this, look how beautiful this is. I always love this place, man. Bonk. One Battleborn needed to level up. Nice. Thinking about it though, I do kind of like the idea of a balanced thingy. Tauren. You know what, I'm gonna go balance as a night elf. Balance as a night elf. As my non-hardcore Tauren, I'll go resto. So for this, I will go feral. Oh dude, I'm thinking of all the stuff I should do now, like, I should make a macro on Stream Deck that will, like, alt-tab me, and will change the scene to show what I'm alt-tabbed to, so that when I'm, like, checking these sites, you can, like, actually see what I'm doing. It is kind of amazing that they literally made a class where, like, I am already a high enough level to have, like, the majority of their, like, like, their main aggressive skills, like, already. Because if I went back to town now, I could grab Moonfire. Did I bother going back and grabbing Moonfire? I feel like it's a bit of a waste of time. You know what? I should definitely do... Like, I vaguely remember that you could get, like, add-ons that were, like, notepads. I could have that off to the left. This fucking going hot ham as fuck, dude. And I should just have it, like, in-game on my left screen, because obviously, like, I don't need that space there. If I could then save, like, a notepad that would just hover on my screen next to me for whatever I'm doing. He's gonna take that, I'm just gonna kill the ball. I should probably go a different way from him, just because he's gonna, like, run in there and kill the boss man. Or I could invite him, I don't know, because he has the hardcore thing as well. I don't know if he's trying to go, like, full Iron Man or whatever. I'm gonna try and invite him, since he also has hardcore in his name. Doesn't want to, he doesn't have to. Hardcore, can I group up? Okay. See, this is the thing as well, because it's like personal choice, like what you do, like it's down to each person. Like, I feel like the general rules that people go off is that hardcore group up with hardcore players. If I were going to be, like, doing it, like, well, I am doing it, but if I was, like, to be thinking of the rules or whatever, I would either go no grouping up at all, like that guy's doing, or I would say you can group up with anyone. Right? Like, as long as you haven't died, I don't care what you're doing, right? I know, I think they're doing it so that you can't just, like, group up with 4 of your friends who are not doing hardcore, and then they go through and die repeatedly, and then as long as you don't die, you've technically made it hardcore. Like, I get that. But, like, if you're being reasonable with it, I don't see why there's a reason you shouldn't be able to just party with anyone. Oh. Boom. So, do we need shamans? Okay, we just need belts. I forgot he wouldn't run at me. Dude, I'm still like, it's such a small thing, but it still makes me so happy, this whole idea of like casting spells, and then like just meleeing the rest of the way to let your mana regen by the time you play the next one, because that's the sort of thing that like is so simple. And nowadays if I played a new game, like I think I'd work that out pretty quickly, right? But like I just never thought of that as a kid, and maybe I wouldn't work it out pretty quickly. Like it's one of those sort of things that you either work out immediately or like you never work out. Like, because it's sort of so simple. It's one of those right under your nose sort of things, right? Like when speedrunners find weird things like years into a game's life, and it's just like, how did nobody know this? I'm just gonna rinse this guy because I'm quite low health, so. And it's so good as well because it just like, it stops you having to deal with getting your spell casting interrupted, right? By, I didn't even realise that these are on here. It stops you getting interrupted by like taking hits and stuff as well. So it's just like, it makes a caster playstyle so much nicer early on. Like I can't believe I didn't know it was a thing. Okay. There's 2, a level 5 and a level 4 there. That's kind of a bit scary, like, but I mean I'm not gonna. Let's maybe try and rinse this guy and then reset.
I need more, man.
I block him? Oh, I actually didn't even aggro the other guy. Oh, this makes it so easy.
My mana is low.
Like, that actually makes it so easy, the fact that I literally, like, how, what, is this guy blind and deaf?
I need more, man.
And this is why you play things like this rather than playing warriors, because there's that warrior. That warrior's probably literally gonna have to farm here until like level 5 or something to be able to do this. I can't believe that, that's actually hilarious. So now I can just sit around here and just farm bristlebacks. Yeah, that's why he didn't go in there, because I literally was just farming here. My plan was to get all the belts first, right? My plan was to get all the belts, and then let him go and do the boss first, and then come back there later, but he clearly can't. He's still like a little bit too close. That needs to be like slightly up. But I can't remember how to move it if I need a different add-on, like one of my add-ons or something for that. It makes weapon upgrades early on sort of useful as well, because it used to always feel stupid that I'd get like weapon upgrades and I was like, I don't even need them. Like as soon as I have, like right now I need them, but as soon as I have enough like damage to 100 to 1 someone back in the day, I would just spend more money on getting juice, right? And then just drink juice between every kill and just 100 to 0 someone with spells. But I didn't even need a staff until it had stats on it. I don't know why I did that extra off, that was stupid, but I just felt like it. It makes sense as well, me going Night Elf to go balance, because I really like the cast animation. They do the sort of Tien Shin Han thing. Silver Pine? What's Silver Pine? Silver Pine... Silver Pine is that, yeah. Okay. I find it so strange seeing people ask such simple questions like that. Because to me it's just like obvious, right? Like... But like... I love the idea, and it's probably true, right? But I love the idea that like... There are people playing this game who didn't play it in 2004, right? Like, who didn't play it in the mid-2000s like I did. Like, I think it was 2004. Was it 2006 that WoW came out? I gotta Google that now. World of Warcraft was 2004. Good. I'm not going crazy. I was correct. I'm gonna try and avoid some boars. I don't need any more boars. Need to run around looking for belts. I don't want to go down that way though, because by the trail of bodies it looks like that's the way the warrior went. Come on. There we go. It's 11. 4 there, that's annoying. Oh, no. Come on, drop me one. An upgrade. There's an upgrade. Nice. Oh, there's the belt as well. 12 out of 12. Just hit that half immediately. And by the way, this is something funny that I need to fix this time. My last character who died at level 12. We can actually see that by going to hardcore, right? I can't show you it again. I should get a thing to move to this window, but it's sort of stuck here. If I go to levels, there you go. Langbar, level 12, 5 hours 23. I don't know, it didn't show me. I guess I know that's when he died. So yeah, Langbar got to level 12. Died in
How may I aid you?
died fighting a level 14 guy who I would have beaten, but he got some assistance. Got ganged up in here.
I've been expecting you.
I think you use two-handers. You can't use shields, right? I think the only reason you can use one-handers is for if you go... like holy spellcaster or healer is to be able to use the one-handers and stuff and magic offhands. We won't get a magic offhand for a long time. So wear that, then that's obviously an upgrade. And that is a big upgrade. Nice.
I have just the thing for you.
And then, like, why bother having apples when I got a load of bread? Donk.
Goodbye.
And then Druid Trainer. What do I want from you? Moonfire is a definite. Rejuvenation. I'm pretty sure I want Rejuvenation, right? Like, that's just going to be useful whenever. Can you cast Rejuvenation in cat form, or is that a... That's probably a modern WoW thing, isn't it? So anyway, that in one, and then Rejuvenation. Where would I put that? X, I guess. Seems reasonable. Got the big heal on C, the little heal on X. Feels good. Feels good. Take the totem to Ken Bloodhoof in Bloodhoof Village. Oh, so that's it. That's it. We've finished the whole thing, and reasonable size sort of episode, as it were. That's one of the nice things about the starter area. It's just a nice solid length. So I'm gonna end the recording there, and then head off to Bloodhoof Village, and I'll grab the quest along the way that you always get between the first two areas, and I'll see you then.